Welcome back to the People's StarCraft 2, a Terran versus Zerg for the people, by the people, with two of the best players to represent you, my less accomplished, but beautiful and amazing and incredible viewer. Let me introduce the man who says spellcasters are for nerds who play Protoss. In the top left, it's Dong Regu. He still loves his lings and banes, probably a little too much, but he's up against the player who they're probably the most effective against. It is the People's Terran himself, the GSL champion. It's Cure. His micro more than made up for by the macro, and Terran across the map. Slowly, yet surely, he grinds his way through the tanks with the tanks. I guess it depends on the matchup. Is Marine micro? Well, he makes an argument for banelings being cost-effective, and that's saying something. We'll see. We've seen this matchup before. All he needs to do... DRG is not currently on Dragon Phoenix Gaming, so I can't say DPG DRG. Not quite yet, but... last time we saw them at DreamHack. This is from the Brawlers Club, but... both of them lost way more units than they ever should. It reminded me a lot, in a good way, in a mostly good way, of like Wings of Liberty or Heart of the Swarm match, where you just see banelings landing, tanks in disgusting positions, no one really able to keep any spellcasters alive because they're losing track of everything else. It's the best, most exciting StarCraft, and they're so evenly matched at it. Or at least close enough to make it real interesting. So, are we gonna get a repeat of that? I'm really leading up to it because we're starting out with the most generic of openers. We got a hatch first. We got I still don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna get banned from anywhere for showing that. DRG Team Envy is no longer running, I believe. So it looks like somebody took control of the clan tag there, and DRG's using it, so leave your comments. Wrong answers only. And I won't even know what the right ones are, so assume they're all wrong. 3 CC, 3 hatch. Cure, very adamant about that drone not being able to expand. Queen, come here. Please, sir. This is only one of the third bases. Please move along. Cure realizes, oh, wait a second. I can only bother that drone for so long before DRG explores alternative options. Third command center. So it's gonna be one of those. And by one of those, I mean we're going all the way up to like 50 plus workers to 3 bases. What? Getting clever with the grenades, bounces out. As soon as I say that... Wait, what did DRG see? He didn't really see anything, but I take it back. What I meant to say is DRG slips a roach warren into production. A second guess, well hidden. He's even got his Zergligns in a spot to try to shut down the Reaper jumping in. So he's settling a normal macro build, but is Cure buying is the question. As the queens are in position and moving out at the edge of the creep, gonna send another one down. Speed is done, roaches in production, but Cure playing it real safe. This is the play. If you want to make sure you're not vulnerable to any of those 2 base timings, just get the Banshee. Just get the Banshee. None of this silly Liberator, no Viking first. Those Overlords ain't going anywhere fast. Anytime fast. Anywhere fast? I guess both are accurate. Moving on. Third base being taken. So, he's just building roaches. Like, he's building a bunch of drones. It's a fake. He's building enough roaches to make Cure have a panic attack. But not enough to actually end the game. We got 8 roaches on the field, and behind it, DRG is just building drones. So he has no intent of following this up right now. Hellions are on the other. I don't think Cure has found any of it. He's got the Banshees back at home, playing it real safe. The Roaches are going to show up, but 2 Banshees are going to start chewing through them as Cure slaps down the engineering bay to complete the wall. Hellions on the way back home, though. They might decide to turn around momentarily. He'll get through the Engie bay, but already down to just 5 Roaches. Here come the Hellions. Some Marines on the high ground. 4 Roaches. Now, did it work? So, those Roaches did very little to nothing. That was a complete and utter failure in terms of direct damage. But behind it, DRG has been spreading the creep. He's built up to 63 drones. He's created space for his lair. He has not been under attack from the Banshees or the Hellions throughout all this. Was it worth it? My analysis is because that is still a lot of larva and a lot of time. And even though Cure kind of came back with everything, Cure's perfect. If Cure knows you're not going to attack him, he gets to macro. And Cure is like, he's got that old man strength, okay? Where you're uncomfortably surprised at how strong. It's like, oh my god. Because you can kill 2 medevacs of Marines, he comes out with 60 more Marines. And you don't know exactly how he does it. But he just seems to have more than he started with, despite losing so many. And right now, Cure's at 64. He's getting a 4th command center. He's got 5 racks, getting a 2nd factory, armory on time. DRG hasn't even started upgrade. DRG, you need Evo chambers. DRG forgot his Evo if he forgot them, or if he's just going straight for Mutas. DRG does not have any long-term options. He's going for a dozen Mutalisks, which is quite a Muta risk, to say the least. He's going to try to blindside Cure, who's already going to have multiple factories. He could potentially start building Thors or mines. And Porque no los dos. Picks up, gets out, edge of the crate. 2 Evo chambers. A full set of upgrades behind. Not loving DRG's position here as a Zerg, but he's going to have to make magic happen with these Mutalisks. Oh, he loves the Lisks. Him and Sue have been really on this train lately, but we'll just have to see how it goes. Okay, I'm here to cast. I'm an objective observer. I have no opinion. I'm not here to coach. But wow, can we take a moment? No, ignore the mutas. Look at this. Look at this. Who does this? It's like he's making a pie chart at his third. 3/4 of his third base is now occupied by Terran, leaving 1/4 of space for the sensor tower. And also the main. Oh, the band. No, Brenda! What happened to Brenda, Susan? Oh my god, that's so many Marines! Yes, the Mutas did a little bit of damage, but here come the Marines. Uh-oh, the Hellbats! Oh, the Hellbats blasted the Marines! Devastating damage on the first wave, but DRG, enough Marines escaped into... Oh, but wait a minute! Oh, no! Well, the Banshees died, but so did the base, and so did all the Marines and all the medevacs. It's a bloodbath! Oh, everyone dies! A bunch of Mutas, the base, the queens. DRG, I don't know how DRG has killed 26 lings. Does that include morphing banelings, maybe? That might be a bug. But, well, it's a lot of bugs, actually. The supplies actually end up favoring DRG. But, look at the worker counts on these two. Look at the size of those economies. Gargantuan. 92 versus 83 workers. Well, they're going to be able to put the same armies on the field several times a minute. That was just a taste, all right? Now it's time for the entree. Well, here come the Mutas. Widow Mines, gonna slow things down. A single Thor. We got splitting. He's just eating the shots. doing his best to defuse the situation. But so far, the Widowmine's enough to ward DRG away. The upgrade's not really able to kick in when the banelings close the distance. Creep spread kind of minimal. Remember how many queens died to those banshees without detection. DRG is down to 3 queens. You cannot maintain this sort of production with 3 queens. Not that and creep spread for sure. But more banelings trying to come down. There's a Widowmine underneath. But Cure's Marines stand strong. They got 2-2 done, and they're not afraid to use it. Or he wasn't looking at them because the Mutas are gutting his 4th. Either way. Baneling! Don't look away! Oh, almost losing a medevac. Meanwhile, the Mutas in the natural, there's no turrets! Why are there no turrets? So many SCVs are gonna die. Meanwhile, the Terran army, the Widowmines are recharging. 14 SCVs down, but DRG is not able to put together the army. Down goes the turret. +1 Muta attack. Putting in work. There are a couple more turrets in Brood War positioning. But Cure is able to win the fight despite only having the leftovers of his original army. There's still... DRG's at 90 drones. He can't spend his money. He doesn't have enough queens to produce enough larvae off of all his hatcheries. He's sitting at 800, 400, and continually spending that larva. Wow, he's building more mutas. He's going up to 30 mutas. Okay. Meanwhile, Cure has lost dozens of SCVs, plummeting to 70. Widowmine drop drilling claws has not started, therefore it has not finished. I've done all the math on that. I checked both tabs. Meanwhile, though, you see the parade push on the minimap. Here comes Cure. They're both maxed out yet again. The Mutaflock. 28 of them. And now, like, Widowmine's a real danger, but that's so many. You can no longer fight that without Thors and mines. Like, the Marines will lose, especially without the medevacs. That is so many Muta. He just right-clicks on the turrets. There they go. The rest in the main. Attack on the left flank. It's a planetary. Will that stop him? I doubt it. Out come the medevacs. Thor goes down. Medevacs go down. Planetary fortress under attack. Cure on the other side of the map. 3-3 is on the way, but it's not yet delivered. He's going for everything. He's getting the Marines out of the barracks. Another base. Cure realizes he has an opportunity, but where is medevacs? He has no medevacs with this. They keep dying. Magic boxing. Thor goes down. 11 more SCVs. Already SCVs pre-pulled to repair, but there's no army for DRG to counter this. 2 bases down. 3-3 about to complete. No scan for the creep. I take that back. Is Cure gonna try to deal with it? But the stims are permanent damage here. The banelings rolling in yet again. I'm not sure if that's gonna help. The Muta's magic box, and they take down the Thor. The Marines as well. And the Zerg swarm overwhelms. But at what cost? Yet again, DRG continually struggling to hold on to enough bases. The thing is, for Cure, he can fall back. He has mules, his buildings can fly. DRG is down to 1.5 mining bases at this stage. He's finished Hive, but the only reason you get a Hive, as we all know, is for adrenal glands on your Zergligns, because that is all he's upgrading. He's gonna have +2 Carapace Mutas. Look, those are battle Mutas. Like, he wants to fight with those things. The idea is not so... The damage will be done if you have enough Mutas. But the Carapace upgrades are to deal with Thors and Marines directly. Because, of course, Mutas heal. Oh, intercepting the medevac as it comes out. DRG hunts it down and takes it out, but wait, reinforcements have arrived. Those Carapace... That Carapace kicking in. Not able to take it down. There's still a Widowmine here. DRG struggling to retake a base. I don't know where he's going. He's decided to take this one. He's retaking the northern base. Cure's at 3-3. His army supply is still... Oh my god. He's at 25 Mutas and counting. Mutaling Bane against Marine Marauder Medevac. What year is it? Well, a huge bio ball up the ramp. The Marauder's gonna try to tank, but these are battle Mutas. They can fight as long as the Banelings are helping. They can chase this down. He's just looking for Widow Mines. There are no mines here. The Banelings are crashing through. Is it enough? He takes down the Thor. A lot of splash damage. And it looks like the Mutas will overwhelm and Cure is wiped off the field. And is that the flying rat that broke the camel's back? It seems like he's done it. Cure underestimated the Mutas. He took too many Baneling hits. He didn't have any Widow Mines. That last one might have been most important, but at the end of the day, DRG wins the fight decisively. He keeps his Mutas alive, the most expensive units on the field. He resets the medevac count. There's only a single Thor. Well, he saw the mine, got away just in time. Cure has one more army at this stage. He's floated his main command. I don't know where it went. Oh, he's just fighting. He's just fighting. Cure is not ready for this. He is underestimating the power of these Mutalisks. Rarely do we get to see this many upgrades on Mutas that don't immediately die to splash damage. Thank you, Cure, for obliging one way or another. The army supplies are still pretty close to even. He's getting +3 air carapace. He's tanking with the overseers in order to take out the mines. He survives with enough to take it out. Meanwhile, lings and banes. Still some mines in the mix here, but diffused. The Muta's heading for the main again. There's just too much Zerg. DRG, not even bothering with +3 melee or carapace. No, it's +3 air carapace. That's what we're doing. He's trying to repair the command center just barely enough. Surprised he didn't fight the Marines. Cure is bleeding out. The Mutas are gutting his base. Another group of Ling Bane is gathering. +3. He just didn't retake. He's like, well, there are way more minerals over here. DRG just didn't retake this base. The armory died. Which means the Widow Mines will no longer remain cloaked after firing. If we get there, of course. DRG's building 5 more Overlords. I guess he's assuming he's gonna lose some, but he's already maxed out Obi, so... You're pretty desperate here. There's really, like, he's just building Marines. And he's shooting his own supply depot, which is not the best use of a supply depot. Overseers, he's tanking with the Overseers! And the Widow Mines! Ooh, that one found a connection. Are there enough Banelings to grind through the Muta count? +3 air carapace almost done. Now, since Widow Mines do spell damage, it doesn't reduce that. But it reduces all of the conventional weaponry. And in this case, it's essentially just the Marines. It's far too much. It is far too much. And it looks like DRG, for the first time in far too long, in my opinion, has been able to grind through and take a... Oh, the target fire from Cure is actually amazing. But does he have enough Marines? The answer is no. Meanwhile... I may have covered up the target fire. The point was, though, yeah, it didn't have remotely enough Marines. He got run over by Zergligns. Yes, beautiful target fire. One more time. You know what? We're gonna give Cure... I need to show it, because it proves that Cure can micro. One more time. Wait, I didn't see the start of the fight where he loses a bunch of units to Banelings. Oh. Well, I saw this part. That was pretty good, though. And, how many... Oh, my. Another devastating game between Cure and DRG, and that's just getting warmed up. Grab your emotional support, Zerglings. Grab your... and Marines, because we have up to 4 more between these two. They play some real... This is why they're the People's Terran. The People's are... Fun fact, DRG is using the Serral portrait in-game. So... inspired. But some beautiful Zerg there. Cure, it looked for a few moments like he might just grind through, but he underestimated the Muta's power. Without enough Widow Mines, without ghosts, Marines, like, with those Carapace upgrades, soaking the damage, and the Muta's healing. Cure's had enough. Alright, you know what Cure says? It's time. We're on the smallest map in the pool, and it just got a little bit smaller. He's going for the proxy too, Rex. Oh. DRG is sending an OV directly out. Typical scout there, but the thing about the proxy 2 Rex is, especially in Legacy of the Void, which we've been for a while, but in case you're just coming back, welcome back, by the way. Still going strong, and yes, Legacy of the Void with the 12 workers start didn't kill Cheese, it just made it stronger. The 2 Rex can transition into a straight-up macro build, it can transition into factory, or you could just go into medevacs with it. Like, because you've only invested 2 SCVs on the other side, it is a very realistic possibility to follow this up with tech, as opposed to it being an early all-in. Like, right now, DRG, he knows. He knows. He's pulled the drones. It's just a matter of how much damage is done. It's unlikely to win the game outright, though it has that potential, and DRG is taking it very seriously right now. Oh, he got one! He got one! I'm looking forward to the next patch where workers are slightly better at fighting. Why? Because they'll no longer have to decelerate fully before attacking. So you see, like, when workers, they go to do anything, they have to get right up next to it and then do their action. So they'll be able to attack, like, 10% faster. Not more DPS, just when they get one attack off, essentially. You won't be able to recognize it. DRG might, when he's dealing with that sorry excuse for a proxy Rex. You know what? I said sorry excuse, but during all that, 7 drones died. Oh my god, it's a disaster. I was too busy explaining. Yeah, well, maybe it'll help avoid 7 drones dying. Look at the worker count. 21 to 16 in favor of Cure. Let's not worry about the future. Let's worry about the present here. And the summary is, he built all these lings as well, which, now this is, write this down. Lings are not drones. Every 2 of those lings could have been a drone. And what are they gonna do? Knock on the front door and scratch to, like, let me in? No, they're outdoor cats, okay? So, none of that. No Zerglings getting my baby. Oh, let me back in the racks! That's not how it works. It's gonna be a medevac drop, or at least potential medevac drop of Hellions. A great choice, I think, here. DRG in that awkward spot. This is also a very Wings of Liberty situation, where we have the proxy Rex. It did a lot of damage, but it didn't kill the Zerg. So there's not going to be Zergling speed anytime soon. DRG just now mining gas. Oh no. He can't really afford to lose any queen energy. There's only 2 queens, and he can't really afford more at this stage. I like how Cure is like, I optimized it by dropping right at the edge. Alright, I didn't float any further because that would have taken... Okay, you flew all the way across the map, Cure. You could have... Whatever. It's not like... only if mutas show up will that matter. And who makes... Wow, well, so... I love this. Cure used the medevac to get the Hellions inside, so that way he could attack the natural with the Hellions. Which seems backwards, but... definitely a creative usage of that medevac. I mean, the queens were slightly out of position. He did almost lose the medevac, but everything lives, and he kills 3 drones. So he's gonna get away with it. Liberator headed. Oh my god, he has no respect. He's just gonna queue it up. Sometimes the best way to use the Liberator is just to directly queue it up. Because a lot of players will expect you to have things like right at the back and try to sneak in. But no, Liberation Zone right on the center. Well, this isn't gonna work out, but he's denied this hatchery. I don't think he's gonna get away. Brenda? Oh no, he's not microing the Has Cure lost a unit? That was the dumbest. Has Cure lost a unit that matters? He's lost 6 Marines, but he hasn't lost any of the higher tech units he's built. Somehow he didn't lose either of his SCVs in the proxy racks either. And he rediscovered the ancient technology of repairing medevacs. Wow. And then he built a bunch more medevacs than he could actually put units in. So that was... we've all been there. Like, totally. All right. Yeah, good enough. Sure. All planned. Well, this, what does DRG have? Oh. Uh-oh. Is stimmed? Oh. Huh. Well, it isn't much. Yeah, he has like 20 lings. He's building 30 more. There's still Hellions, though. Is the problem here. And even without combat shield, there's a tank, there's Hellions. Well, he can pick up the Marines. Yeah. He did finish a baneling nest, at least. Problem is, that tank is in a really nice spot, especially with no baneling speed. You're not getting close to that. Not without committing everything. And slow banes are going to just be target practice. Yeah, he just picks up. Ooh. Yeah. Before he even loses all his lings, he taps it out. Yeah, well. DRG knows. Pure with a strong follow-up. 7 drones that early is... it's too much. There were no great options for DRG. He did pretty well with what he had, but he just did not have enough. Game 3. Stargazers. Every Terran's favorite map to pretend they're not favored on. This is... like, if we're gonna see a cheese out of DRG, this is the time. Except it's so obvious. Like, Stargazers with the pocket base here, aka the beachhead for drops and battle cruisers. In my opinion, in this caster's humble third-person opinion, Cure could tell DRG he's going for like 2 starport battle cruiser at the beginning of the game, and he'd still have a better than even chance of it working. Like, just at the, like, oh, that's it. That's my whole strat. Like, it is just so difficult to deal with those strategies, especially if you're the only player I'd give advantage to on this map is Dark, because Dark somehow turns around to all those strategies. Not even Serral. Serral struggles because he plays conventional Zerg. He's just the best at it. Dark, on the other hand, doesn't play Zerg. He plays the dark side of Zerg, which is no one is really able to replicate or deal with directly. Swarm Host, Nidus. We got Neural Parasite, Corruptor, like, all these just ridiculous strats. DRG he's a Serral type, okay? There are there are 2 or 3 types of Zerg. There's a Serral type, there's a dark type. No, that's about it. That's really all the major archetypes here. Reynor kind of flips between them, but he's definitely closer towards the Serral type. Players like Ragnarok are more like dark, very timing oriented and kind of off tempo. Stare at the Reaper while I forget I'm supposed to cast things. Ah! He killed a drone! Well, that is not supposed... That wasn't in the script. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. Uh-oh. It's not a devastating loss. It's just incredibly annoying. It's a mental victory for Kira, really. As a Zerg, you really just... Reapers are already one of the most annoying units, but that's not supposed to happen at all. Wow, Cure just dropping down the 3rd CC next to the pocket base. He does not care. Don't mind those minerals out. They're only here to make it a little more difficult to expand, which actually just works out because Terran can mine it almost immediately. Okay, second gas. What's it gonna be, Kier? There's still all the options open right now. He's... A Tech Lab Viking. This doesn't really preclude anything. That's kind of the point of going for the 1-1-1, is you have literally all the options in the early game. Really? Is he gonna go with a Hellbat timing? Or is this a pre-roach counter? Or does he just like having Marauders? We're gonna find out. Now he's making another one. Yeah. Oh, it's a knee breaker build. But it's a high economy knee breaker build. Designed to, essentially what he's gonna do. He's gonna clear out as many OVs as he can. He's gonna get the armory. Cure. Yep. Gonna get the armory. And he's going to speed boost the medevacs in, drop the Marauders out, and hit the Queens with concussive before they can get away. It's a very action movie-esque. Because once you hit the Queens with concussive, the Hellbats can actually burn them down. So, the thing is, DRG already has so many Queens, and this is after a 3rd base. So this is about as late as you can even think about doing this. We'll see. Well. Oh my god, DRG got a ling in, but is he ready? Well, the Marauders pop out. He was setting up the injects on his hatches there, but there are 9 Queens at the moment. All right, the monarchy has assembled. And here we go. Probably the slowest battle in StarCraft 2 begins. Hellbat Marauder versus Queens. DRG is not microing. He's not... What? What? He just loses? What the hell was that? The Hellbat? Well, he just... No, really? He's at 60 drones here. He just kind of gave up. I mean, it's still kind of rough, but... Yeah. Okay. He had no energy, yeah, but... I mean, you could fall back to, like, a ramp or something. Wow. 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 Lings are not great, but wow, that is well, 2-1 cure. In less than the time it took for DRG to take that first game, Cure has brought 2 back. Cure is the best with Hellbat timings, okay? Just like Cure, Hellbats are kind of slow, clunky, but relatively reliable units. And, well, I guess that timing was more than enough. You have to target fire with the queens as well. As part of it. You just don't have the damage if the medevac's healing. Oh. Well, that's depressing, kind of. I was really hoping we'd see, because Cure, I don't think Cure was expecting to win with that. That's by no means a, like, I gotta do or die build. He had a 3rd CC. Like, that's just like your opener. Walk-off home run, I guess. Well, now that that's happened, I have to kind of readjust. We're in a new game. Command center. No proxy, no nothing except DRG. Roach timing. That game on roach timing is still, that was quite a thing. It on paper didn't do anything, but it did buy a lot of space, and he was able to get a huge economy. Thing is, I don't think Kier needed to bring back all his Hellions and Reaper during it. I think Kier really thought it was a straight up all in, as opposed to just a handful of roaches. So, he did end up overreacting because of that. Well, drone goes out in time. Moments before the Reaper jumps in. I guess when you lose a drone to a Reaper that early, you're not going to play the game out very long. I told you, it was a mental victory, losing that first round. Even losing more than one ling. Alright. It depends on your mental fortitude. Even losing one ling, okay. 2 lings, ugh. More than that it's starting to really grind you down. Not real damage, emotional damage. Of course. Which is arguably worse. Well, let me take this time as we build a 3rd command center and a 3rd hatchery to remind you to smash that like button. Alright, do you like watching these unpredictable games? Do you like having this background noise in the background and not yelling at you because I'm a professional? Well, don't answer that. Just smash the like button before I go even further off topic. Thank you for watching. He didn't build the tech lab. There's the tech lab. Okay. Would he just do it again? He's building the Viking. He's now adding the tech lab after 2 Marines. He's got 2 gas. If it ain't broke, I feel like Kier's like, did I just stumble across the best build in the history of Terran? Well, we see. Can it be beaten? No, he's getting a Liberator this time, so unlikely. The answer would be having any Banelings or Queens with Energy, I think. And DRG starts a Baneling Nest in a pretty early timing here. Hellions. Liberator. We're kind of bearing the lead here, though, as you always do. We've got half a dozen Hellions, a Viking, a Liberator, and then we're going to think about going for Byun. But opening up with these cost-effective mech units is the easiest way to maintain map control and vision until you actually get the mineral income to explode that production. And that is the key part. For those of you actually looking to learn at home, the timing of the production is incredibly important for Terran. You don't want to be too slow, but if you're too fast, you lose all map control. So Cure here. Liberator in the main. Hellions at the natural. Viking just kind of having a field day. While he's adding on 2 more racks and 2 NG bays at home. Racks 4 and 5 as well added on. Already at 50 SCVs. 1-1. And everything coming together. DRG deflected all the shenanigans early. He lost a few to the Liberator. A few drones. And his Evo chambers are quite late, but oh, he only has 2 gas. So we can't really rush out a spot. Brenda! Oh, no. Well. No, not you two, Susan. Come back. Just go around. Fun fact, units will take the shortest path. They will not factor in how fast they will move on that path. So if you say point A to point B and there's no creep, they will take that path. Same with air units, of course, as the Crow or the Raven flies, I guess more accurately. And that sometimes creates awkward scenarios, mostly with Zerg units and creep, but... Well, 1-1 is about a minute, little over a minute later for DRG, but not a huge deficit. The only concern here is any other tech. Like, he's kind of stuck on the upgrades there. Well, the Marines show up. Baneling speed is done. Very importantly, Hellions in the front. And driven away. More creep. DRG's done a good job with the creep spread. Oh, optimistic ling counter. Cure's in position. Another double drop headed out. Cure's starting to try to play whack-a-mole with the tumors, but as good of an oncologist as he is, DRG is all over the place with this creep. At some point, Cure's gonna have to consolidate and bring it all together to attack. But not quite yet, as there's no anti-air. Ah, yes, we're going full wow. I don't love that wall. Cure. That's certainly something. It feels like a first impression of a wall. I guess it's a little more efficient, but... Oh, Widowmine. Spotted. Widowmines as well at the... Ooh. The drop in the main. Here. Dropping the ball, dropping the Marines, and dropping in supply a bit here. As the drop in the main is shut down, the Banelings just roll through the front, and now Kier realizes he has one more out on them. Oh, not ideal. Meanwhile, though, Hellbats. Widowmines take it out. The Hellbats roasting through, but most of the Zerglings with their +1 Carapace done are still intact. Going straight for the third. The wall up, unfortunately, doesn't really help very much here. Oh, wait, but I'm not locked in here with you, says Cure. Well, actually, he kind of is. He definitely is locked in here with him. Now that we look at it, he loses 21 SCVs, but, well, the Zerglings may just kill the orbital to get out. Yep, thank you. No, let us back in. That was one of the most interesting exchanges I've seen of a Zergling counter. The Zerglings knock on the door of the command center till it feels obligated to lift. Well, DRG definitely taking some wins there, killing a whole lot of SCVs. 2-2 is about to finish. DRG already has a hive. He's building Vipers. He doesn't have the army. Well, right now, Kier's army supply is pretty good. His upgrades are great. And if he's going to do anything, it's going to be with a 2-2 versus 1-1. But the counterattack... he didn't even repair it. I do kind of love it. The pathing is actually directing the Zerglings in. Well, if the army comes back. No, DRG. Like any other building. No, don't... Okay, well... His proboscises latch out towards the hive, sucking the life force into energy. Which is just, you know, how energy works. Widow Mines. Not the most efficient Widow Mines, but the Bio Army. DRG keeps trying. He keeps trying to get in here, but the janky wall of Cure. You may not like it. Oh god, parasitic bomb! Oh my god, it's a disaster! Oh, he's flying right back and stop it! No! Oh my god, he's losing all his medevac. Oh Jesus. That's some of the most effective parasitic bombs I have ever seen against medevacs especially, but Cure holds the ramp. And DRG keeps trying to, like, the wall keeps working, just like 4 banelings, DRG. He just refuses to send banelings. You know, it's really working. His Zerglings keep going the wrong way. They did it again. He finally gets them directed to the right direction, but... Cure, the genius, the architectural mastermind. A bunch of banelings break through, but they don't kill any SCVs. Those are changelings, okay. Cure still has 172 supply. He's getting 3-3. So is DRG, though. Still a very high economy. It feels like Cure should be down significantly, but there's that macro coming in again. He's got another base over to the right flank. Full energy Vipers back on the field. Cure. There's everything going every which way now. He's trying to divide and conquer. Just gotta be careful not to conquer yourself in the process. Somebody opened up these rocks. I think DRG, but not 100%. The creep spread has been pushed back over the bridges, which is about the best he's gonna get for now. Cure's maxed. So, he's got a nice amount of SCVs. The peak efficiency, 69 of them. And, well, 3-3's closing in for both sides. No Ultralisk Cavern, no Lurker Den. No Spire, just Zerglings, Banelings, and Vipers for DRG. Ghost Academy for Cure. Expecting maybe a little bit more technological development for DRG, but nope. It's 130 Lings and 30 Banelings, or some combination. Wait. Yeah, 50 Banelings, sorry. It's just Lings and Blings. Cure has stabilized. All that damage he took earlier. Whoa, Widow Mines. The Vipers are here. Like, Parasitic Bomb, but there's only like 2 medevacs. The Widow Mines do just as much damage as the Parabomb. He's just eating it. He's just eating the Okay, it runs out. It doesn't quite kill. Cure grinds through. Oh, 3-3 about to finish. He's going for the Evo Chambers. The second one just barely finishes. Oh, literally 1 second. Meanwhile, Banelings! Whoa, the Banelings crash in. DRG gonna lose a lot of drones over here, but Cure already lost a bunch of SCVs. The Banelings trying to crash in here as well. Where are the Vipers? Parasitic Bomb doesn't quite get close enough. He was that close, but yet so far. DRG's down to 60 drones. He's building 14 more, which seems reasonable. Cure realizes the only anti-air is Parasitic Bomb. He's just splitting his medevacs. It just chill. There's nothing else to do. Cure with the most low-tech counter to the high-tech units. Like, just don't let him hit you too hard. Wow. Well, DRG still refusing any other tech. He's okay, starts a Hydra den at the 15-minute mark after being maxed out or near maxed out for over 5 minutes. Starting to accept that lings and banelings might not be quite enough. It is a very begrudging acceptance for him. Ooh. Widowmine blunts this attack. Vipers. Lightning Cloud gonna help a bit. A lot of banelings, but DRG. DRG loses 49 Zerglings, 37 banelings for about a 16 or 17 Terran units. If those units aren't battle cruisers, then it's not particularly costly. DRG says, what about a few more banelings, though? He did take out the planetary. A few Widow Mines make it very hard to split off the Zerglings needed. He's just trying to bait the Zerglings into the mines now, Kier. Just staying right at the edge of the creep. Grinding through. Guns down the changelings. He gets them. Meanwhile... Oof. High-sec auto-tracking. Lurker Den's on the way. Definitely a more realistic counter to all this, but still quite a ways off. Widow Mines. Banelings are crashing through. How many will make it? Parasitic Bomb on the Medivacs. There's another full-energy Viper in here. The Vipers are flying over. Kier's losing the battle. Another Parasitic Bomb. Kier just ignoring it. He flies back. He brought it home with him. And he's gonna lose all these SCVs. So, definitely not a victory for Kier. Is it a defeat? The supplies are... No, the Widow Mines! Oh, no. Widow Mines recharge. Finally dealt with. There's a... Oh, no. The Medivacs are out-healing the Zerglings. Did he get any Hydras to make Lurkers with? He did. The DRG doesn't have the gas to make Lurkers. He's starting ranged attack. And he's inventing extractors at all the bases he kind of forgot to. Yeah, he's adding more. And he's getting some Lurkers now. There are no ghosts on the field. There is a Ghost Academy. Trying to bait out the mine. He will be successful. The Lurkers are much more, yes. Get 'em, boys. I never run out of ammo. Alright, well, there goes a hatch. He doesn't cancel. About 40 Zerglings to deal with one Marauder. Marauder saved with its own personal medevac. There are high ground Lurkers now. 122 Zerg. Oh, he sees the Lurkers. And then he just kills them. Who would have thought that would have been the counter? He loses 3 of the Lurkers. Parasitic Bomb. The Lurkers are not a big part of this army. Although now they're on the run. Yeah, DRG did not protect those Lurkers. They also don't have any attack upgrades. So really they don't do that much against the 3/3 Marine Marauder. Here just kind of... Oh, and we're back! The story continues. He picks it up. Well, the Widow Mines. He is sitting in Lurker range, but at the same time, the Widow Mines are zoning things out. He unburrows the mines, reburrows the mines. Truly a up and down match. Ghosts in production. DRG up against the ropes. The Lurkers were too late to really turn the tides, and they're barely helping him hold on now. If he wins one good fight, he can definitely turn this around. But Kier is playing offense at the moment. And that's making things very difficult for DRG, as the counterattacks have just not been it. DRG's lost 7,000, 10,000 more minerals, and nearly 3,000 more gas. 10,000 more. Oh, well. Getting a little closer. I don't know. Is that Hero Marauder with it? He triggers the banelings. Widowmine doesn't do much. The lurkers are holding the line. The battle will continue here. And DRG is stabilizing. We're gonna go into the next phase. The ghost phase. Oh no. Ooh. Well, the lurkers are burrowing. Stutter stepping forward. Deals with that mine. The SCVs are on the run, though a little late. And now Cure in full retreat. There's not that many mining bases. Parasitic Bomb looking good. Snipes, though, slowing things down. God, the Parasitic Bombs have gotten so much done for DRG. Oh, Cure doesn't have any mines burrowed. But, no, medevacs are pretty good, I think. Oh, no, don't just leave them. Run. He gets out of there. This base, the orbital was not actually killed. Cure wins the fight against just Zerglings. More Zerglings. Oh, he's targeting the base! Not again! The Marauders get out. SCV's at the center, though. DRG collapsing. Cure's supply is starting to really dip here. It's not critical yet, especially considering it's 124 army supply. He's down to 39 SCVs, which is tenuous. It's enough to keep going. How many orbitals does he have? 6. So he's not out of economy. But he can't afford too many more losses like that. And Liberators. Yeah, DRG has pulled it back. He's holding on. Widowmine finds a few more kills. The Lurker's going to hold that as best they can, though the Liberators could easily fly right over. The ghost count is up to 10. You're not a huge fan of ghosts because they require, you know, aiming. He's always been a little light on the ghost compared to many other Terrans. Oh, the Widowmine helping to kill the medevacs. Oh, 10 ghosts is nothing to sneeze at. Nope, nope. Well, 2 Liberators. Ranged attack upgrade level 1 is complete here. Yeah, this base is gonna die. Oh, wow, building armor. Those Hydras have +1 attack, but he's not upgrading anymore. We got some Infestors on the way. Another begrudging unit from DRG. Pretty much anything that isn't Lings or Banes is already him accepting an unhappy life. Oh, the Bio Army. There's not that much left to mine here, but he can't get over here. The medevacs pulled in and knocked down. And somehow, despite all the effort here, we've kind of drawn even. DRG is maxed, but Cure has so much army supply, DRG can't really crack him. Yeah, this is a bit of an optimistic hatchery here. The units up the center, Widowmines, make him pay the toll. Oh, the Lurkers will burrow. And more Widowmines. He's gonna pull the Liberators out of their siege. The Banelings crash through. And with it, another victory for DRG. But the Ghosts have arrived. Snipes onto the Lurkers. The flank. The snipes on the Vipers. The Vipers have gotten so much value. But now, they will get no more. The Lurkers moving up. Widowmine zones out. And where does that leave us? DRG lost a ton of valuable units, but Cure lost another base. 10,000 minerals and 3,000 gas. More in losses for DRG. More SCVs in production as Cure tries to reestablish an economy. There are 10 ghosts, though none of them are here. Without the oh my god. The Hidden Fester. the ultimate strategy here to try to save the date. That's a lot of bio. That is a whole lot of bio. And the Infestor out of nowhere, he kind of whips the Fungal, though. Well, actually, the Lurkers. The Lurkers burrow. And Kira doesn't seem to care. Well, he started caring a little later on. The Ghosts show up a little late to the party. The Fungal could have been better. The Ghosts are now here, as evidenced by the firing squad. He's got to be careful. There's not that many Lurkers left. The Snipes come out. The Snipes come out. The Snipes come out. The Snipes come out. And DRG is forced to retreat. Full energy Ghost. Cloak is for cowards, and it drains your energy. Cure wins. Okay, what was left? What was left here? DRG had 56 lings in production. He had, even with all those lings in production, he has equal army supply. Wait. Ooh. Yeah, with everything in production, the army supplies are still doubled. You're not getting that army back. Not with Kira's tactical... He kind of left his ghosts behind out of the control group. And once he brought them up, they were there as cleanup duty. Almost 1,000 Zerglings. If you count the banelings, over 1,000. Oh my god. It's a bloodbath. But Cure sweeps in. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I look forward to more, especially on the new patch with these two. I hope I made your day a little bit better. Check out. Let me put the video up. Good luck. Have fun. Stay chill.